Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Chat, the podcast where we practice English through natural, friendly conversation. I'm Alex, your co-host for today, and I'm thrilled to have you all here.
Hi, everyone. I'm Emma, and I'm just as excited to dive into today's topic. If you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode. And if you enjoyed today's lesson, please give us a thumbs up and hit that notification bell.
Absolutely. Today, Emma and I will walk you through 70 English phrases for daily conversation. We'll use these phrases in context so you can hear how they fit naturally into a chat. Remember, this is for beginner learners, so we'll keep things simple and clear.
Right. We'll split these 70 phrases into 3 parts. Today's part 1 will cover the first 20 phrases. We'll chat back and forth, demonstrating each phrase in use. Feel free to repeat them out loud after us.
So, Emma, when you run into a friend at a cafe, you might say, "Hey, how's it going?" It's a casual way to ask how someone is doing.
Exactly, Alex. And they could reply, "Not bad, thanks. How about you?" It's relaxed and friendly, perfect for everyday use. If you bump into someone you haven't seen in a while, you say, "Long time no see."
Right, for example, "Oh, Sarah, long time no see. What have you been up to?" It shows surprise and happiness to reconnect. "What's up?" is another very common greeting. You could say, "Hey, John, what's up?"
John might answer, "Not much, just working." You? It's even more casual than, "How's it going?" Good with close friends. When you meet someone for the first time, you say, "Nice to meet you." For instance, "Hi, I'm Emma. Nice to meet you."
And they respond, "Nice to meet you too." It's polite and standard for introductions. If you didn't hear someone, you ask, "Pardon?" or "Excuse me?"
Yes, for example, at "Pardon? Could you say that again, please?" It shows you want them to repeat. When you make a small mistake, like bumping into someone, say, "I'm sorry."
Or if you interrupt, "I'm sorry, go on." It's polite and shows respect. If someone thanks you, you can reply, "No problem."
For example, "Thanks for your help." No problem. It's casual and friendly. When you like an idea, say, "That sounds great."
Like, "Let's grab coffee tomorrow." That sounds great. Shows enthusiasm. If you don't know the answer, say, "I'm not sure."
For instance, "Do you know where the station is?" "I'm not sure, but let me check." It's honest and clear. When you need assistance, say, "Could you help me?"
Like, "Could you help me carry these bags?" It's polite and direct. If something is unclear, say, "I don't understand."
For example, "I don't understand this sentence. Can you explain it?" Useful in learning contexts. To ask for an opinion, say, "What do you think?"
Like, "I'm thinking of taking a day off. What do you think?" It invites the other person to share their view. When someone tells you something new, say, "That's interesting."
For instance, "Did you know octopuses have 3 hearts?" "That's interesting." Shows you're engaged.
To show you have the same opinion, say, "I agree."
Like, "Summer is the best season." "I agree, it's perfect for the beach."
If you have a different opinion, say, "I disagree."
For example, "Coffee is better than tea." "I disagree. I prefer tea." Be polite when using it.
Like, "We should leave early to avoid traffic." That's a good point. To begin a meeting or activity, say, "Let's get started."
For example, "Okay, team, let's get started with today's lesson." When you need someone to wait briefly, say, "Hold on a second."
Like, "Hold on a second, I'll be right back." If you step away temporarily, say, "I'll be right back."
For instance, "Excuse me, I'll be right back." It reassures the listener. When you need time to answer, say, "Let me think."
For example, "What's the capital of Australia?" Let me think. It's Canberra. And that covers our first 20 phrases. Feel free to pause and practice each one.
Remember, use them in your own conversations today. And if you're enjoying these examples, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more.
Exactly. Up next, we'll continue with more useful phrases, so stay with us for part 2. We'll pick up right where we left off without breaking the flow.
We're jumping right in with the next set of phrases. When ordering food or drinks, you can say, "I'll have the chicken sandwich, please." This phrase is polite and clear. You're telling the server exactly what you want.
Right. And you can add please at the end. "I'll have the iced latte, please." It sounds courteous and friendly. To ask about the price, say, "How much is it?" For instance, "Excuse me, how much is this scarf?"
The cashier might reply, "It's $25, always useful when shopping or checking out."
The assistant will show you to a fitting room. This phrase is key when you want to check the fit before buying. When paying, you might ask, "Do you accept credit cards?" This helps avoid awkward surprises at checkout.
They might say, "Yes, we accept Visa and MasterCard," or "Sorry, we only take cash." If you need to find the bathroom, ask, "Is there a restroom nearby?"
For example, "Excuse me, is there a restroom nearby?" It's polite and direct. To find any location, use "Where is the nearest?" Like, "Where is the nearest subway station?"
The reply could be, "It's 2 blocks down on the left." Very practical when you're in a new area. Ask for directions. "Can you show me on the map?" If someone gives verbal directions but you're still unsure, this helps.
They might pull out their phone. "Sure, here, let me show you." When you search for something specific, say, "I'm looking for a gift for my friend."
Or, "I'm looking for a pharmacy." This phrase clearly states your purpose. To check business hours, ask, "What time does it open?" or "close."
For example, "What time does the museum close today?" Someone might answer, "We close at 6 p.m. After finishing your meal, say, "Can I get the bill, please?"
It's polite and straightforward. The server will bring your check. If you're unsure what to order or see, ask, "Do you have any recommendations?"
For instance, "Do you have any recommendations for a good appetizer?" This invites helpful suggestions. If the price is higher than you want, say, "That's too expensive."
You might continue, "Do you have something cheaper?" It's honest but polite. To confirm payment methods, ask, "Can I pay in cash?"
Especially if you're unsure, like, "I don't have my card. Can I pay in cash?" This clarifies things.
It lets them know you don't need help right now, polite and clear. To get permission, use, "Do you mind if I," for example, "Do you mind if I open the window?"
The person might reply, "No, go ahead." It's respectful. A polite request starts with, "Could you please," "Could you please speak more slowly?"
This is softer than a direct command and shows courtesy. Similarly, for polite intentions, say, "I'd like to reserve a table."
It's formal enough for restaurants or bookings. When you need a translation, ask, "How do you say gracias in English?"
They'll tell you, "You say thank you." Very handy for language learners. If you miss something, say, "Can you repeat that, please?"
It's a bit more polite than just "repeat that." When someone speaks too fast, ask, "Could you speak more slowly?"
They'll often slow down. "Sure, no problem." That's our second set of 20 phrases, from 21 to 40. Take a moment to review and practice them with a friend.
And if you're finding these useful, please like the video and subscribe to our channel for more daily conversation tips. When you want to say you prefer something, you can use "I prefer." For example, "I prefer tea to coffee because it's lighter." You'll also use "I'd rather" in a similar way. "I'd rather stay home tonight than go out." Both phrases help you explain what you like best.
Exactly. If someone asks you, Do you want pizza or sushi? You can respond, I'd rather have sushi. Or even, I prefer sushi if that's okay. These expressions make your choices clear in any situation. When you see someone struggling, you can offer, can I give you a hand? Or do you need a hand? For instance, can I give you a hand with those boxes? It's friendly and polite. If they say no, you can reply, no thanks, I've got it.
Right. And if you need help yourself, you'd say, would you mind helping me with this? Notice it's softer than, can you help me? And if you have to decline, you can say, I'm sorry, I'm a bit busy right now. This guides the other person gently. To talk about ability, use can or can't. For example, I can swim, or I can't drive a car yet. If you need to ask permission, say, may I? Such as, may I open the window? This is more formal than can I, but very polite.
And if you need to grant permission, respond with, yes, you may, or more casually, sure, go ahead. If it's not possible, you'd say, I'm afraid not, like, I'm afraid you may not park here. When you describe how often you do something, use adverbs like always, usually, sometimes, rarely, and never. For example, I always drink coffee in the morning, or I rarely eat fast food. It helps people understand your habits.
If someone asks, do you go to the gym? You could say, I usually go 3 times a week, or sometimes I go on weekends. These frequency words let you share routines easily. In conversation, to make sure you've understood, you can say, do you know what I mean? Or, does that make sense? For instance, I'll pick you up at 5 p.m. Does that make sense? It ensures you and your listener are on the same page.
If you need more detail, ask, could you explain that a bit more? Or, what do you mean by? These phrases invite clarification and keep communication clear. Finally, when you want to end a chat politely, you might say, it was great talking with you, or I really enjoyed our conversation. For example, thanks for your time. It was great talking with you. These expressions leave a positive impression.
And to say goodbye, use see you later, take care, or have a great day, such as all right, see you later, take care. These friendly closers wrap up the conversation warmly.
That completes our list of 70 English phrases for daily conversation. We hope you practice them every day. Use them with friends, family, or even in the mirror.